feel like going a little bit deep in this reading and tapping into the subconscious via the intuitive tarot deck. So if you're not in the mood to dig deep and be accountable, that was completely by design. If you're not willing to dig deep and be accountable, then this reading is not for you. If you consider yourself a not deep person, or if you like to say shit like it's not that deep, this reading's not for you. Okay. Death as the opening energy. Two of Discs and the Hierophant, which I had first picked up in reverse, but then corrected upright. However, with that having been done, I think the reverse is important. The way that I place the deck back down, we have the following cards peeking through. The Eight of Swords, and then that's the Ten of Discs over there and the Wheel over there, which is wonderful. If you mayhaps are stuck in I'm receiving the frequency of someone stuck in a rut, and maybe even a loop of self-victimization, self-blame, shame, and feeling very stuck under the weight of what you think you need to do to get to where you want to be or to get what you want, and the perceived distance between that. I'm receiving someone looking at their desires and dreams and feeling, about the distance to get there, but you still feel drawn to get there. So there's this kind of split between you where there's a side of you that says, yes, I want that dream, that desire is mine, everything is achievable. And then there's another side that says, but that dream is so big. Like, do I even have the right to dream that big? Is that even possible? Like, look at the greatest statistic of people. Not everybody is able to even achieve that kind of whatever it is that you want. I don't know. It can be uncomfortable. It's like the sensation of being aware of who you want to be, but realizing how much work you still need to do, and the pain of that, maybe the grief of that, the mourning of that, the self-acceptance of that, which is very important as well. Most important in order to get through these kind of things. This is a little bit the stage before this, where you're tied up and stuff, is self-inflicted. This card is also, and with the presence of death, is also signifying that there's going to be a huge change in that. This is literally you untying yourself from some victimized situation somehow. So just trust that if you are in that state, if what I've said resonates so far, then this will be one of those things that you have to give time to time for. It'll just unfold. It's almost like it'll solve itself. One of those things where you just wake up one day and you no longer feel a certain way about something, and that change in state allows you to see more things. Beneath that, you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Rods. It opens up a whole avenue for you. This simple change in perspective that didn't take anything from you. It just took being willing to let go. But I don't know what that feels like. I don't know how to describe what that would feel like in practicality. I don't know how to translate the feeling into practical action. So I guess maybe things like journaling a lot about feelings, emotions, and situations that get you that feel low to you. That journaling is a release. And I think the journaling is especially useful so you can see yourself. Once those thoughts are written down, you can look at what you've written and understand more about how you work. This, just for reference, to me is always a card of ancestral connection. So I would recommend that you look to them, pray to them right now, do work in that regard. In whatever way that means to you. I know some people don't really believe or understand that, but it is scientific it's a genealogical fact that you retain things from your predecessors. You retain genes and thoughts and things. So just lean into that understanding more so that you can further unpack why you go through the thoughts that you do, why you have the kind of shame you do, the guilt, the loops and stuff. That's not, it's by design. It's not by mistake that you think the way you do. It comes from somewhere, and it's highly likely that it comes from somewhere in your bloodline. So just have a thought about that. Just think about it a little. And I think you'll be surprised by the revelations that you face as a result of sitting with that and contemplating it a little more. This is also the card of meditation. I think it would be very powerful for you to try that out. You don't have to do it for too long. 5 minutes at a time is fine, just to start and seeing how that makes you feel. It seems like you are compelled by a lot of things beyond your awareness. So make room for mood shifts, weird sleep, and weird habits. Like maybe you decide to eat less or more, or you just have an inclination to do something differently. Just be aware of that, because that is not by mistake. That's a signal somewhere for you to pay attention to and understand more about your life, your journey, yourself, etc. I think that it would be helpful to read the Eight of Swords. This feels very central to me. And what is the word I'm trying to look for? It feels like a collective experience right now. Time to let go of ingrained patterns that have become limiting and counterproductive. Choosing to see an impossible situation more positively. Letting go of relationships that bind. And that last sentence, relationships that bind, also links to relationships you may have with your own self, your thought processes, your life, the way that you are interacting with it, not just relationships in your life, friendships, romantic, all of that. It's the whole shebang, especially with how the wheel appeared. It's the whole shebang. And just by the way, beneath the Three of Rods, you have the Fool. I think I'll read the Fool and then leave you with that. It's a very funny reading, one of those moments where you really have to trust the universe and have a sense of humor. Preparing to leap into the unknown, taking risks, unexpected and inexplicable occurrences, a new path of destiny. Possibly a warning to take care, pitfalls lie ahead. Time to make major decisions, which I think is very important, that sentence. Time to make major decisions. Paradox, apparent contradictions, someone who embodies the Fool. So be open to random communication. If you're the type who's a little bit nosy and listens into other people's conversations, pick up on the key words that resonate with you. That might be clues from the universe. Pay attention to synchronicities, but not so much the 11, 11, 12, 12 of it. More what you're thinking when that moment happens. And have faith. Have faith through this tunnel. It might be difficult as you go through the unknown to embody the fact that all is well and that you are well and that this is all for a purpose and a reason. But keep at it, hold it down. Thank you for watching. Should you be seeking more, please feel free to email me, DM, or reach out to me via my social media platforms, and I will see you in the next reading.